Well, hello, my friend, and welcome back. It's Tuesday. We're on the road. Had a little bottleneck there for a minute. I thought, oh no, there's early traffic, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't pass any hazards. I didn't pass any police accidents. I don't know what it was. Just there was a slowdown for about a half a mile, and then we're back on the gas. So should be arriving at the warehouse just a tad after 6. My brother just called though. Said if I wouldn't mind grabbing some caffeinated beverages because he was running late, didn't want to stop. He was crossing his fingers. There was something in the fridge, but I drank the last yerba mate yesterday. So, and both my brothers said they really enjoyed the yerba mates. Like, I love that. It's non-carbonated. It leans more on like the tea side. It has a real like earthy. I like it. I really like yerba mate. I used to drink those gayakis back in the day. I used to get them at Sprouts. It's the only way you can get them. Now there's like 4 or 5 different brands that make yerba mate. So we'll stop by QT, see what they've got, and grab a few of those. One for the road later today. It'll be great. And yeah, I talked to Tiff this morning. Tacos are on the menu, so I'm looking forward to that. More brake lights. More brake lights. Oh, look at that. Here. That's the brand right there, too. Ah, they're over here by the T's. Alright, so let's see what we got. We have Peach Revival, we have Bluephoria, Revelberry, Bravo Mango, and Enlightened Mint. Ho 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 ho. Just did a quick spot check. Those are the only yerba mates I see. I don't see any others. Yep. Core Power, $5. Wow. My Corner Mart is really cheap comparatively. All right, so we're gonna grab. They're not on sale. That's the only thing that sucks. $3.79 each. I'm trying to remember what my brother likes, what flavor he likes. I think he likes peach. We'll go peach. And we'll go Bluephoria, blueberry. Tuesday, light shop, let's go. Costco is like maybe 8 items. Depot is literally 2 items. So easy peasy. We'll be back in the office in no time. So on Sunday, I had the camera sitting right next to the grill, the Blackstone, and there's all this little, like I can see like oil, like grease. Just a slight, like, there's a slight sheen, little specks all over the camera. I'm gonna need to clean the camera. I didn't realize how bad it was yesterday, but now that the sun is shining on the camera while I'm sitting here, I can see how the camera's pretty much got little specks of grease all over it. Oops. All right, so we have a flat of red grapes. We have a 30-pound bag of mayo, gross. 2 pounds of parsley, dried parsley flakes. We got 2 boxes of Sun Chips. We have a case of Sunkist oranges. Specific customer wants only Sunkist. We get other orange brands that are cheaper every day, but they want Sunkist, so they pay for Sunkist. And a case of California garlic, which is the best garlic. You can smell this like right now, sealed bag, it's coming through, it's permeating, it's the best garlic. No substitutions. And cottage cheese. And that's my lot today. Very easy. Like I said, Depot is next, and I only have 2 items to get. So in and out, easy peasy. afternoon shop. Bigger than the morning, obviously, but this is why we do afternoon shops. This is everything we need for tomorrow for the big orders. So that's out of the way. And everything we shop for tomorrow morning is just the orders that are trickling in today. All right, it's a little after. Well, shit, it's all 1:30, dude. I'm telling you, like, I'm listening to some vlogs while I'm putting in invoices and do my thing, but I definitely think time is flying by because I'm listening to vlogs. Like I don't realize the time. The reason I grabbed the camera was because I'm listening /watching vlogs, and I kind of got behind. I found all these new vloggers, and I subscribed to like maybe 8 of them or so, and they're not all daily, but some of them are daily, and most of them, if all of them, are not like at least cranking out 2 or 3 vlogs a week. So I get a week behind, all of a sudden, bam! I got a ton of content to catch up on, which is great. And like I said before, I'll just go to my subscriptions feed and just scroll down to the last video that I watched. You can see because you have a little red bar on the bottom, so I know which videos I've watched and which ones I haven't. And then I just pick up where I left off. And then of course, every once in a while, I'll pull up the home screen and something will be recommended to me right away, and I'm like, ooh, and I jump to that one. So like I watched someone's vlog from like 2 days ago. The vlog I'm watching right now is from 6 days ago. So you can see right there, I'm a week behind. Listening to these vlogs, man, and just the vibe of these vloggers and their style. Like I said, no one's really doing day in the life. And I talked about this last week, almost 2 weeks ago at this point, the dichotomy of the duality of my vlogs, right? Talking heads versus day in the life. And I don't know, I think it's because for me personally, on the go is when I'm at work. So like I've been vlogging more like in the car, in the parking lot, when I'm driving, that sort of thing, because that's the time I have to like stop and hit record and get a thought on my head. Yesterday in the warehouse, that sort of thing. And I'm watching these guys, and most of these guys, it's just one take or one moment, right? Like their vlog, however many minutes it is around this one moment, this one conversation, whether it's on a walk or a drive or in the kitchen or whatever, their back porch. So I don't know. It's just something that kind of struck me as I watched like 4 vlogs now at this point. That's like, at least for these new guys, right? And that's all I really have to go off of, because there's not too many other older vloggers or more established vloggers that I'm watching these days. If I am, they're van lifers, right? I really think the only other vloggers out there that are vlogging on a consistent basis are like the van lifers, where they live in a van or in a motorhome, and they're traveling and they're documenting, not even every day, but some are daily. Most are not, because of connection issues and internet issues and whatnot. So yeah, I'm always looking for vloggers. I'm always looking for like, the handheld style, more guerrilla style. One of the things that turned me off from a couple of big vloggers is they had cameramen. I get it. I understand the idea of having a camera where you can do your thing and someone's capturing it, but it doesn't feel like a vlog. It feels like a TV show. It feels like a reality TV show. Pros and cons, right? I get that. So I was just watching Chris Meets Chris, and he had made a point. He was telling a story about Pepsi versus Coke, and the point of his video was, rising tides lift all ships, right? Like that famous term about how these guys are all watching each other's vlogs and supporting each other and tagging each other and whatever. It's very much true. That's how we grew back in the old days, right? Very much same thing with Twitch. Like it's just that works. That it works. And this is a perfect point. I'm watching these vlogs, I'm interacting with these vlogs, and guess what's happening? I'm being recommended more vlogs. I'm being recommended more small channels. My homepage has more small channels on it than big channels these days. And I'm gonna prove it to you right now, okay? I'm gonna prove it to you right now. I just refreshed my homepage. Let me show you who's on my homepage. You're gonna love this. All right, you ready? Top left, that's prime real estate right there. Good job, Ricky. 40 views. Brandon Bautista, 71 views. Dave, I don't subscribe to him, but I've watched a couple of his videos. He does like YouTube stuff, like how-to stuff. but still 800 views, right? You got Julian, 114. This guy I've never even heard of before. That's a brand, I've never seen him before in my life. 10 views. He's on my homepage. Cam Brown Vlogs, one of the new homies, 117. I was just talking about Chris. Look at Chris, 1,000. That's so far the biggest one. It's a day old, 1,000 views. Chris is blowing up right now. There's Barry. I started watching him, 54 views. My man Evan Lindy, 267. Okay. There's our first big channel, Big Think, with 195,000 views, right? Richard Wong, don't know who that is, 26,000 views, but it's a camera review channel. I was just watching some channel reviews. Captain Bailey's Adventure, never heard of this guy, 14 views. Look at that, 15 hours ago, 14 views, and it's on my homepage. Small channels are being recommended on the homepage, dude. Men's Health, common one, 38,000, 45,000. Jayhawk, I watched that guy. He streamer and now he's got a clothing line he's working on. You know, about 4,000 views, mid-tier or so. Kevin Colby, never heard of this guy, 18,000. There's a big one, 2.6 million. Don't even know what the hell that is. Brendan, new guy I started watching, 43 views, right? What else? Harley Mack, 127 views. I'm actually watching his vlog right now. Reno James, 36,000. Sean Kitching, 38,000. You see my point though? Look, 89 views. There's all of these small channels being recommended to me on my homepage, right? And it is 100% what the algorithm is designed to do. The more you interact, the more you watch, the more you engage with a particular kind of content, YouTube is going to surface that. So since I'm watching vlogs and vloggers, I'm getting served more of that content, and there's more up and coming vloggers than there are established vloggers these days. So I don't know. That's the kind of stuff that gets me excited. That's why I feel like as this old timer vlogger that I'm excited for all these young pups, right? Even though some of these guys are my age, but they're all new vloggers. They're new to YouTube, right? It's exciting. I don't know. I get excited for it. I really dig it. So, but yeah, that right there proves to you. And if you ever have anybody, clip this last clip I just did. Anyone that talks about YouTube not caring for small creators, YouTube not helping small creators, you send them this clip right here. You know you can clip YouTube videos, right? I don't know if you know that or not. There's a little clip button at the bottom here, little scissors. You can make a clip. Clip that, send it to them. Like, you're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. Boom.
So that's the lower third of the screen. There's text there. Typically, in a talking head, it might be the name and title of the person. So that's where it's very good.
Yep.
Hi. I got home a little later than I thought. It's 3 o'clock. We're heading to the gym, so let's bang this out. All right, so I am watching Roman Atwood. So Roman Atwood obviously is one of the OGs. He daily vlogged for many, many years, from the old guard, if you will. And obviously he took a big break from vlogging, and he came back and created a whole new channel and started daily vlogging again. It was a couple months after I did. He just ended his daily streak, and he went 409 days. I just hit 550, but had another almost 90 days before that. He made the comment when he came back from vlogging 3 days later, and he said this was vlog 410. So not obviously 410 in a row, but the 410th vlog on this channel, because it's a new channel. Anyway, my point I'm getting at is he started vlogging again. And of course I was excited. I subscribed. I watched the first maybe 4 or 5 in a row, and then life happens. I got behind, and so I started playing catch up. But by the time I got back to watching him somewhat regularly, they had the laundromat, and I don't remember if right away he had a camera crew or camera guy, or if that came shortly after he started the daily vlogs. But either way, at this point he had a camera guy following him around, and it was very hyper focused on the laundromat. And not that right away bugged me, but that alongside just, I don't know, it felt more like I was watching a reality TV show than a vlog. And I know that might sound silly, petty semantics, but I like the handheld. I like that style. I like the vlogging style. That's obviously what I like to create. It's what I like to shoot. It's what I like to watch. And there's something to be said about the person talking to me holding the camera, right? I love that. Don't get me wrong, I love static shots. I love setting cameras up and being able to move in and out of the frame. This is dynamic. This, like me being able to kind of turn around like this, like it makes for better video. But I still like being able to grab this and bring you in and talk to you like face to face. You know what I'm saying? And if I get up from this couch right now, you're coming with me, and the feeling of you coming with me to the kitchen, right? Like this is what I like to watch. So this is what I like to create. At some point, I stopped watching Roman's vlogs and got to the point where the thumbnails were really even bothering me. I just had this in my thought of like, he's come back from his break and he's picking up where he left off, and he's still making sensational, content more than daily vlogs. Instead of being like, this is a day in my life, he's like, let's do something crazy, or I don't know. I'm not here to talk crap. My point is I stopped enjoying his videos. Combination of it not being as personal. He still do some handheld shots, but most of it was shot with a cameraman. That, and it just didn't feel like what I wanted to watch. So I stopped watching and I unsubscribed. Fast forward, I don't know how long it's been now, 400 days, all right, give or take. I still see his posts on X, Instagram, that sort of thing. And of course, I still see his thumbnails come up on my homepage because that's just how YouTube works. I saw the post about stopping the daily vlogs. And I was curious. I went to his channel and happened to scroll down far enough to see that he no longer had a cameraman. Jeff or James or whatever this guy's name was like, he's leaving. And I was like, oh, dang, okay, so does that mean he's going back to handheld, or is he getting another cameraman? So between these two events, I was like, I kind of want to dip back in and see what's going on, right? So I went to his channel and noticed that he's posted about 3 or 4 vlogs since taking a 3-day break. So he took a 3-day break and then started vlogging again. And when I asked someone I know that watches Roman regularly, he said the reason why he stopped the daily vlogs was because his kids basically said they wanted to not be on camera or not have to worry about dad vlogging or something with the kids. I haven't watched that vlog yet. I will. But anyway, got the gist of that. So makes sense. He just took a long weekend. So I just watched the video, the first one back 3 days after, taking a break. And right away he's in the car, he's handheld, he's vlogging, his wife's driving, and they're talking back and forth about the videos. Like, this is day 410, and she's like, well, you're not, not in a row. Like, we're not, let's just stop counting. She's like, there's no numbers. And I proceeded to watch this hour-long vlog. Now, I fast-forwarded through multiple pieces because I just kind of got to the highlights, kind of wanted to get through the day because it's an hour. And I do want to watch other videos of his, and they're all an hour long. So I'm like, holy shit. So long story short, they got an RV. They got one given to them by a viewer. And they're going to go out on this RV and take a vacation. So the next part is them packing and loading, and they're kind of walking through the trailer and whatnot and packing the essentials. And then they hit the road and they get to a campsite at night. And then the next good chunk of the video is him setting up camp, hooking up with cables and water. And I just had all these rush of memories of my first night with my trailer, like literally my first time ever backing up a trailer, first time ever hooking up power, water, stabilizers, like my first time doing it all. Now, granted, we did do the one trip to the lake. Mike was there with me, but this is like 100% on my own in an unfamiliar territory. You know what I'm saying? But we did it. And so watching Roman kind of figure things out was great, nostalgic. But the point I'm getting at is his camera work, his style. He is handheld and he is keeping the camera rolling for long periods of time. And I've always been notorious for cutting the camera real quick. It's almost like I edit in camera. It's a trick I learned from film school when I was doing film, because we were doing digital tapes. And it's like, if I'm the cameraman and the editor, and sometimes even the director, I know what I would envision the final product being. So I just edit with the camera. Cut, stop, start. Anyway, just props to Roman Atwood. I watched that vlog. I've started the next one. I hit subscribe. I like this style. This is my style. His demeanor is different, and I can't quite put my finger on it yet. If I like it or if it's odd. It feels off. I don't know if this is real Roman. Like this, what I'm seeing right now is the realest I've ever seen him, or if there's something else going on that maybe we find out. He elaborates to. I don't know. But that first video back, there was something. This video I'm watching right now, which is 2 weeks ago, there's something. So I'm going to finish watching this. So I'm going to watch a couple of his videos. That's kind of why I decided not to do the podcast, because I was like, these are hour-long episodes. I kind of want to get through the major points of the last, 3 or 4, because I'm on this hunt for these new vloggers, and there might be one of the OGs that I was literally talking about today, how none of the OGs, no one's daily vlogging anymore. No one's really doing, old school vlogs, day in the lifestyle, and then boom, Roman Atwood back on my radar. Serendipity, man. Serendipity.
All right, opening the coolest hobby store in town.
The other thing too, watching him right now, he's got 2 little kids again. He's got his daughter and his son, which I mean, obviously all that. I think most of that happened off camera, right? Like those kids were born in kind of early years, were all before they stopped. I don't even know. I don't know the timeline. Roman Atwood. I didn't watch him religiously before he stopped vlogging. I was in my Twitch era, So to see him with 2 little kids again, it's like crazy, because now I'm having all these flashbacks of, again, me with my 2 little kids. I watched an old vlog today. I get old comments pop up, so I respond to the comment, but then it's like I see the video and I'm like, what video is this? Like today I watched a vlog where I took the kids to go see the Wolverine. In my truck, driving the kids to the movie theater, sitting in the theater with little Bryce mowing on popcorn, walking through the parking lot. They're so little, they're over my shoulder, and I'm just like talking to them, and they're jumping around and skipping around and stuff, and eating Chipotle, and I just, oh man. And then Bryce, I was just a minute ago, I was talking to him when he got home, and I'm listening to him talk, but I just start staring at his face. And he definitely has my face. Like, he's got my family's face. Because even when I was talking about his eyebrows and like his bridge, like he's got the sunken in eyes like I do. We have a really low brow, like a forward brow, like our eyes are underneath our brow, is my point. He makes this face, and I saw my cousin Chad, the one that just got married in Pine Top. He did this. Chad is notorious for like doing this like squint, and Bryce did it. And I was like, oh my God, that is obviously our side of the family. My side of the family's like traits. Whereas Sierra, holy shit, Sierra reminds me of my mom. Obviously when she's wearing her glasses, my mom wears glasses, but just the other day she was wearing her contacts, and she made this like face, and for a split second, guys, I'm not even joking, for a split second I saw my mom. It was like the trippiest thing. You know how you see those movies where like they impose one face on the other like a ghost, almost like there's like this flash of like someone else's face, It was just nuts. So she definitely has more of my mom's side of the family. At least that's what I see. Obviously, you probably see Tiffany can see parts of her family in our kids as well, but there's definitely traits that are more dominant. Anyway, just seeing Roman with his 2 little kids, definitely having some nostalgic moments and memories popping up. But that's the best part about YouTube, man, is I got all those years, all those days documented. And I'm not even joking. There will be a day where I will go to day 1 and I'll hit play, and that bitch will run 24/7. I will watch every day of my life over again.
Stop.
Just in the kitchen. We're making something new. No, doing this before. I said that. Doing something we haven't done in a while. Instant pot beef taco bowls. Yeah, I remember this. We layer this stuff. So we cooked some ground beef at the bottom with some seasoning, and then we just put down some black beans and some corn. We have some salsa, some green chilies, and some chicken broth.
We are trying green salsa though. I always use red, so we are changing it up a little.
I'm excited for the green.
Yeah.
Come on, use those muscles. I felt them. They're there. Yeah! And then we top it off with some rice.
This was another pair.
The cork has been popped, and we have our taco mush. Smells amazing. And of course, Tiffany's got her veg going on over here, while Sierra and I were catching up and doing stuff with the Disney vlog. Tiffany chopped up all our fresh veg over here for our taco bowls. Yes, you heard me right. Sierra just transferred me all of her videos from the Disneyland trip. Her original intention was to record clips throughout the day and send it to me for the daily vlog, but you know, she's on vacation. She forgot. She's not used to doing that. And then she did send me some photos via text, but for whatever reason, because it was through text, the phone shrunk it down to 720p, so it was just really bad quality video. So she just airdropped them to my laptop, so now I got the full 4K version. So I'll throw that in a timeline, edit that up, see where, you know, how the vlog feels. I might just do a quick intro and outro and then do everything else in between, make it a standalone video. I don't think it depends how long the footage is. I think she just gave me 26 clips. And if she's anything like me, she talked a lot during them, so there's gonna be a lot of footage. So it might just be its own standalone vlog. So stand by. I don't have a specific timeline. We both mentioned something to Bryce about his vlog, so I think he's gonna start editing it this week. And so I might hold off on my vlog until he posts his, and then we can just like post them at the same time. And you guys can watch Bryce's point of view and Sierra's point of view. Tiffany put in a new doggy gate. Finally, have like an official one that's permanent. Well, not permanent, but like it's up all the time. We're using that old janky white one, wooden one that Mike and Bev gave us, me and my papa, and we just had it like sitting against the rail. You can see here where it rubbed it. You need to kind of clean that off a little bit. But anyway, Tiffany bought this. So this is like permanent now. Oh, hello. I was literally coming up to get you. Dinner time. Get his punk ass down here. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, I was just going to say, we got the baby gate because if baby has to go to the bathroom and she knows that she can go up the stairs, she likes to pee and poop on the landings. Specifically, the second landing. She's absolutely destroyed the carpet up there. So, she put the baby gate up. Not that she hasn't had an accident in months, but that's not the point. We never know when she's going to have an accident. She eats stuff all the time, and we find nasty shits outside. She won't really shit on the tile unless she absolutely has to. Like, it's very rare for her to shit on the tile over here. She'll shit on one of the rugs, or shit, you know, it's like rugs we can wash, what rugs we can remove. Carpet, a little different. So, baby gate for this old lady. Making her bowls. Oh yeah. Look at that. Yum. Very nice. Well,
It's gonna take forever. That's why.
Well, but if he knows I'm waiting on him, yeah, I'll do it.
You gotta be excited about it.
Plus, I'll edit mine first and be like, "Yo, dude, I'm ready. Let's go."
You gotta see more. It's the thing. Mine's kind of like the trailer to Bryce's video. Brown. They're not as clear as this. And they're solid more, but it's beige.
Yep. Chocolate milk.
You go on Carolina Reaper, Jack Cheese. Yeah, buddy. Done, son.
Thoughts. You just see the glitter right on the glasses. Really? You can't see through to see my eyes. And I was like, I just don't know if I can even see myself wearing these.
Yeah.
But yeah, they also just looked a lot different. They felt different too. Like.
Fantastic dinner. Caught up with the kids. Got to actually sit down and have dinner with both kids, which is rare these days. Yeah, told some stories, had some laughs. Bryce told us all about Love Island. He's so into that show right now. He's all hyped about it. His For You page is all about the show on his TikTok and everything. It's funny. I told him, I said, I don't care what it is, but I just love that he's found a show that he's passionate about, because it's rare for Bryce to be into a show. Like, in all the years, there's only been a couple of shows that he was like into with Sierra, talked about it, that sort of thing. This is rare. Where Sierra's more the TV person. She talks about, there's shows that she loves and she's watched a dozen times, and she knows all the ins and outs, which are good episodes and that sort of thing, and she rotates. She'll go back to the same shows she used to watch and watch them over again. She's a binge watcher. Bryce not so much. But anyway, it's 8 o'clock. I just put my orders in for the night. Gonna have myself 2 of these little Greek yogurt bites. I got the cherry one, I got the salted caramel one. They do make the longer bars. Tiffany bought me those last time. It's like 2 in 1, right? A little thicker. These little ones are nice though, just for a quick little bite. I just want to try them both so I can see which one I like. But yeah, we're gonna call it a night. Go watch some TV in the bedroom. Tiff will fall asleep, and then I'll just finish my one episode of whatever I want to watch and call it a night. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Mushrooms and a busier morning with the airport deliveries, and then a big shop in the afternoon for Wickenburg Salome route. So yeah. But no, it was a good day watching those Roman Atwood vlogs. It's funny how I had those conversations with you earlier in the vlog, and then watched Roman Atwood later, and just it all came together nicely. So it was a good vlog. And last thing, big shout out to all you real ones. The emoji yesterday, spot on. Today's emoji, cherries.